He's back. He's back! Hello everyone and welcome back to Step Back with Zach, and in today's video I'm going to be ranking every single NBA team in terms of how excited I am to personally watch them this upcoming 2026-2027 NBA season. Before we get into it though, again, I do want to apologize for the lack of consistency, and if I'm being completely honest with you, it's probably still going to be more of the same for the next couple of weeks at least, and from this week and perhaps next week as well, the videos won't be as consistent. However, after that, I'm going to try and just be way more consistent, and luckily, now, with all this live stuff happening, it's in like the dead of the off-season period, so it could not have come at a better time. So as you guys can see right in front of your faces, I have my tier list here. And the tier list rankings or categories that I have are, I'm actually going to change this to must watch. We've got must watch, which teams is obviously must watch. Real fun, just the teams that are not quite at the I'm gonna tune into every single possible game. These are the teams I'm gonna watch a lot of, but not the most of. Under that is pretty solid. Yeah, they're real solid. Under that is whatever, sure. And then under is like, yeesh, you know, like, oh, if I have to. And then down the bottom, because I'm a grown man who's very mature, poopy stinky. It's pretty straightforward. If you guys don't understand, I don't know how to help you. Goodness. Right, so we're going to jump right into the first team that we have here, and it is the Milwaukee Bucks. And just because I'm interested to see how they're going to be under new head coach Taylor Jenkins and all their new assets because of the Giannis trade, I'm probably going to put them in I'm actually really excited to see what they can do, but I don't think I can see myself watching this team for very much further on past the first couple weeks of the season. The first 2 weeks of the season, I think I'm going to tune into as many games as I can, and then depending on how that goes, maybe they can jump up to pretty solid, or they'll drop down to yeesh or poopy stinky. It's going to be so funny to just continually say. But yeah, for now they sit in the category, and I really love Braden Burries, so he's going to be great. Next, the Brooklyn Nets, and honestly, I'm going to put them in yeesh, primarily because I mean, Michael Brown's one of my favorite prospects. The fit of Julius Randle alongside MPJ is going to be super interesting. I'm really excited to see how Jordy Fernandez is going to get that all to work. Daron Sharp as well is one of my favorite players just because he's just fun. He's a really solid defender. He's not a traditional type of defensive center in the fact that he's not going to go and get a lot of blocks, but he is really good at getting the steals. But yeah, the Nets are in yeesh. The New York Knicks. Damn it. How excited am I to watch the team that beat my Spurs in the finals? You know what though? The Knicks are a real fun watch. They are a real fun watch. Even though, again, I'm salty about them beating my team, I still have to give the Knicks credit where credit is due. They played a really amazing finals. They played a really amazing playoffs in general. Jalen Brunson is one of the best offensive players in the NBA. OG Anunoby is absolutely electric. Josh Hart's one of my favorite players. Cat is a fun watch as well. He's always going to put on a show in some way. The New York Knicks are in the real fun category. The Toronto Raptors are up next, and I am real funky when it comes to this team because, again, of all intents and purposes, Kawhi Leonard should be on this team. And with everything that's going on, I do not know how to classify the Toronto Raptors and the LA Clippers. Is Kawhi on the Raptors or is he on the Clippers? I've personally got no idea. If Kawhi Leonard was on the Raptors, I think I would put them in real fun. But again, I just don't see Kawhi Leonard actually going there because the Raptors aren't going to want to deal with whatever bullshit repercussions that Kawhi Leonard is going to have because of his stupidity. So I think with the base team they have still with Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick, I'm going to put them in real solid. Scotty Barnes is one of my most favorite players in the NBA as well. I absolutely love the dude. He's hilarious. Emmanuel Quickley's a fun watch as well. Jamal Shedder's a dog. Colin Murray-Boyles is a defensive specialist. He's really damn fun to watch as well. But then again, just after like the first month or so, I don't see myself really tuning into very many more Raptors games after that. I'm not too sure. Oh, next we have the Utah Jazz, and I'm also going to put them in pretty solid. I'm actually going to change this to real exciting just because I feel like that makes, I spelled exciting wrong. That's embarrassing. I'm going to change it to pretty exciting. But yeah, the Utah Jazz are in this category. They have the second overall pick in Darren Peterson, who's probably the best offensive player in the draft. If not, he's the second best. They have Jaren Jackson Jr. fully healthy. Another year of Keontae George's development. Larry Markkanen's still on the team. Ace Bailey entering his sophomore year. The Utah Jazz offense is going to be really damn good under Will Hardy. Their defense is going to be wank. I don't like the fact that they did lose Walker Kessler, though. I really thought Walker Kessler was going to be a really big, important piece for this team, but they obviously don't have him anymore. He's in LA, but I'm still pretty excited to watch this Utah Jazz team. They've got a lot going for them. They're a really young team. They could do some pretty surprising things. Next, we have the Houston Rockets, and just because of my boy Kevin Durant, they are going into the real fun category. They also have Fred VanVleet coming back, so that's going to be great. Amen Thompson is one of the most exciting players to watch because of his freak athleticism. Him and his brother do shit that we've just never seen before in the NBA. Their ability to just jump out of the gym, run faster than everybody, be super strong, and just play so much bigger than they actually are is phenomenal. They brought in Marcus Smart. Tari Eason's still on this team. Jabari Smith, when he is feeling it, he is really damn good. The only reason that they're not a must-watch, though, is because of Alperen Şengün. I cannot stand Alperen Şengün, but I'm sure that you guys all know that. Alperen Şengün is my least favorite player in the NBA, but Kevin Durant, as long as he is playing, whatever team he's on, it's always going to be a real fun watch for me. A team that I'm super excited for. The Houston Rockets. Real simple. Reed Shepherd as well. Steven Adams, my Kiwi brother, is on the team. Shout out Steven Adams. Maybe him and I can link up one day. That would be great. I'd love that so much. Next, we have the New Orleans Pelicans, and this team is really interesting in the fact that on paper, they can be a really fun team to watch. Highlight reel dunks from Zion Williamson, Trey Murphy's explosive scoring ability, DeJounte Murray's fiery, competitive edge. Same with Jeremiah Fairs, an incredible player. I think I'm going to put the Pelicans in just because I also don't really like their commentary crew. Their main guy is so boring to listen to. But Zion, fully healthy, this team could be up to pretty exciting, but you just can't really guarantee health when it comes to the New Orleans Pelicans, which is sad because they are really good. Herb Jones as well as a dog on defense. Derek Queen's okay. Started the season really well and then just really tapered off down towards the end of it. I'm interested to see what Jamal Mosley is going to be able to do with this New Orleans Pelicans squad. Are they even going to be able to jump into a play-in contendership? I've got no idea. They should be able to with the talent that they've got, but they just haven't proven that they can. Ooh, the LA Lakers. I'm going to put the LA Lakers in the real fun category as well. Luka Doncic, always must-see TV. Always, absolutely. If you are telling me that you cannot stand watching Luka Doncic, you're either just blind or you're a super duper NBA analytic nerd. Like, yes, Luka Doncic is not the greatest defensive player in the world, but his offense is incredible to watch. His ability to make the most difficult and contested shots is insane. His ability to get to whatever spot he wants on the floor, regardless of how fast or how slow he's moving, is insane. When the guy is on a heater, no one in the NBA can stop him. Not even the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. And then they brought in Walker Kessler as well, who's the best center that Luka Doncic has ever gotten to play with. He's an elite rim protector. Austin Reeves has a lot to prove this upcoming season. They brought in so many new pieces as well. Q Grimes, Colin Sexton, Sandro Mamukelashvili, Matisse Thybulle, Zaire Williams. I'm probably forgetting someone else. They obviously don't have LeBron James anymore, but the LA Lakers, I think, are going to be such a fun watch. Borderline on must watch. Next is the Chicago Bulls, and I think I'm going to put them in for now. This team has potential to do some really fun, amazing, special things. The elite athleticism in their front court and Martis Buzelis, Caleb Wilson, Nicholas Claxton, and then the playmaking of Josh Giddey and the incredible off-ball scoring of Norman Powell. As Norman Powell said, they have potential to be really good, but they also have potential to be really bad. Brand new head coach on the squad in Tiago Splitter. Trey Jones as a backup guard is really damn good as well. Other than him though, I'm really low on the depth of the Chicago Bulls. Again, their starting five is really solid. It's really solid. And I think that they're going to have some highlight plays. Martis, Caleb Wilson. These guys are going to be great. I do have Caleb Wilson as my runner-up for Rookie of the Year and Marcus Buzelis as my actual most improved player favorite coming into this season. But yeah, the Bulls are still in just air for me. Next is the Minnesota Timberwolves. And this team for me, I'm really stingy when it comes to must-watch. I really am, because this is just me. But Ant and LaMelo, I mean, come on. The two most charismatic, I guess, and just fun backcourt players in the NBA and now teammates, LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards sharing a backcourt is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to see how that's going to work out. They've still got Jaden McDaniels, who's one of my favorite role players in the NBA. Ayo Dosunmu, who proved that he is a beast. An incredible defensive presence down low in Rudy Gobert as well. Minnesota Timberwolves, I think, are easily a must-watch team coming into this next season, especially at full strength. Obviously, their bench is not done, or it's not very good, but I don't think that they are done. I think that they've still got a couple moves up their sleeve. If they can bring in another front court piece or another center, that would be incredible for them. But Ant and LaMelo alone a must-see TV. Next, we have the Portland Trail Blazers, and I'm going to put them in pretty exciting. Damian Lillard's coming back. He's my second favorite point guard of all time. They bring in Ja Morant, which is so interesting. Denny Avdia was a most improved player of the year candidate last season. Donovan Clingan is an incredible defensive presence down low. Same with Tumani Kamara. Obviously not down low, but he's an incredible defensive presence. Drew the most offensive fouls last season as well, which is insane. Shaden Sharp is an athletic freak. He's going to dunk on anybody. They've still got Scoot Henderson as well. All the guards here, that talent pool. Drew Holiday as well, they've still got, I forgot to mention. Time Lord, Robert Williams is still down there. Brand new head coach of Micah Nori. I am really interested to see what the Portland Trail Blazers are able to do, but I think that they've got a lot to figure out. And I am excited, I'm pretty excited. I wouldn't put them up into real fun just yet. They have the potential to jump up to that real fun category, but for now I'm going to keep them in pretty exciting. Next up is the Denver Nuggets, and this one is very interesting for me, because as high as I am on Nikola Jokic's offense and Jamal Murray's offense, their defense is not going to be very good. And I don't know, there's just something about them that I don't enjoy watching. And I think it's just how easy they make offense look. I think for the regular NBA fan, you want to go see offense, absolutely they're must watch for you. But I think I'm going to put the Denver Nuggets in real fun. Just again, a lot of you might want to put them in must watch, must see TV. But for me personally, they just don't quite crack that, especially because in the playoffs, their defense is just so bad. Nikola Jokic is the third best player in the NBA, in my opinion. Really damn good offensive player. He's the best offensive player in the league. And then Jamal Murray, an electric shooter, a microwave scorer. Aaron Gordon at full health is a dog. But I do have the Denver Nuggets in real fun. The OKC Thunder. Here's the thing. I am one of those people that actually really enjoys watching the Oklahoma City Thunder. Again, a really damn good defensive team is my favorite thing to watch. I absolutely love the OKC Thunder, and I am going to put them in must watch. SGA is an incredible basketball player. Second best player in the NBA in my opinion. I love J-Dub as well. Jalen Williams. Alex Caruso is another one of my favorite players. Chet Holmgren is a dog defensively. Cason Wallace is one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. This team is so damn good, and it's so fun just how good they are at just dominating their opponents at any given point in time. They are a really fun team, and for you SGA haters, yeah, I get why you don't like watching him, but again, if you are a basketball fan, you should enjoy watching the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC is a must-watch for me. The Memphis Grizzlies, I'm gonna put them in pretty exciting. Now, this might seem a little bit high for the Memphis Grizzlies, but I am such a big Cam Boozer believer. Cam Boozer is my favorite to win the Rookie of the Year award next season. Zach Edey's just insane massiveness is also really intriguing. Cedric Coward coming into his second year is one of the most important cornerstone pieces of this franchise. Jalen Wells as well. They've still got Scottie Pippen Jr. They've got Ty Jerome, Vince Williams, also rookie Kareem Lopez, and the fact that they traded both Jaren Jackson and Ja Morant this past season and off season leaves this team in a brand new space as well. How is Thomas Isolo going to navigate this team? I've got no idea. I think seeing how they figure it all out is going to be really exciting. But the talent is obviously not there. They don't have a bona fide star. They don't even have an all-star caliber player. But I think just watching them grow into who they're going to become is going to be really fun. Next up, we have the Dallas Mavericks. For me, at full health, I'm going to put them in real fun. Kyrie Irving is back. The best ball handler of all time. Cooper Flagg, one of the best rookies that we have seen ever. So many broken records. PJ Washington is an electric enforcer of a player. Derek Lively is a massive rim defending center. Rim running center as well. Same with Daniel Gafford. Marez Johnson as well. Brand new head coach Dusty May. Sergio De La Rey, Zachary Rizache, Santi Aldama. They made so many moves this offseason, and I am so excited for what the Dallas Mavericks have in store for us next season. Next up, the San Antonio Spurs. I think this one is very simple. I'm even going to put them at the top of must watch. Need I say more? Victor Wembanyama, alone, must see. Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper. Need I say more, guys? Need I say more? Next, we have the Phoenix Suns. I'm going to put the Phoenix Suns in Devin Booker is so fun to watch. I love Devin Booker. Jalen Green, when he is healthy and good, he is so much fun to watch. I'm actually going to move the Suns down to yeesh. I don't know. Again, this is just personally for me. If you guys don't agree, it's the same thing. But I mean, their defense is really good. But I don't know. Miles Bridges isn't that great of a defender. And I hate Dylan Brooks as well. Again, it's not the people. I just don't like him as a basketball player. I think he's so overrated, thinks he's way better than he is. The LA Clippers, I'm going to put the LA Clippers in because Darius Garland is really fun to watch. Keaton Wagler, 5th overall pick. I've been on the record saying this before. I think he's got the biggest bust potential out of the top 5 picks. Kawhi Leonard, that whole situation, he's probably going to be suspended if I had to guess. And then they've got no center. Brook Lopez is terrible. Benedict Mathurin still hasn't actually been signed yet. We don't know what's going to go on there. I'm just not very high on the Clippers for this upcoming season, man. The Golden State Warriors. I am only putting them here because of the Stephen Curry factor. If Steph Curry gets injured, they are easily poopy, stinky, or yeesh. Like, absolutely. No doubt in my mind. Yeah, it's literally only the Steph Curry factor that they're in I don't need to really say more about the Golden State Warriors. Detroit Pistons. I'm going to put the Detroit Pistons in real fun. Even though they've had a really weird offseason with the whole Jalen Duren saga that still has not been sorted out. I feel every time I record a video, every single time, I find myself saying Jalen Duren hasn't been sorted out yet. They did also lose Tobias Harris, who is one of their best players for the playoffs. They've still got Cade Cunningham, who is the best point guard out east. Asar Thompson, who's the best perimeter defender in the NBA. They did trade away Beef Stew, who was just a dog and an enforcer as a defensive presence. They did draft Ibuka Okori. I still don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think Cade Cunningham and Asar Thompson alone make this team real fun, especially if Jalen Duren comes back as well. Real fun team, the Detroit Pistons. Next, the Sacramento Kings. My first poopy stinky team. Darius Acuff is literally the only reason that I would even consider watching the Sacramento Kings. But I think for the most part, we know what we're going to get from Darius Acuff. Domantas Sabonis is just whatever. Zach LaVine's really fun to watch, but he's lost a step athletically. Keegan Murray's fine. DeAndre Hunter's fine. DeMar DeRozan's not on this team anymore. Russell Westbrook retired. I just don't think that there's anything going for the Sacramento Kings. Cleveland Cavaliers, from an offensive standpoint, they're really fun. I'm going to put them in real fun. I do really enjoy watching the Cleveland Cavaliers, especially in the regular season when they're not being schemed for. Donovan Mitchell is one of the greatest scorers in the NBA today. Evan Mobley's one of the best rim protectors. Jarrett Allen as well is not as good of a rim protector as Evan Mobley, but he's still really solid there. He's a good switchable big as well for his standards. James Harden, although he still hasn't been re-signed, he's still one of the greatest players the game has just ever seen in general. Max Strus is a psycho competitor. They did just trade away Dennis Schroeder for Trey Mann, which was interesting because now again, they don't really have a solid backup point guard. They also lost Keon Ellis in free agency, but I think that their starting five alone makes them real fun. Kenny Atkinson, dude, You have to sort some shit out though. Next, we have the Boston Celtics. I'm going to put the Boston Celtics in real fun as well. I haven't really been the biggest fan of the Celtics just because I'm such a big Luka Doncic fan. And obviously the Celtics beat the Mavericks in the finals in 2024. But with this brand new look Boston Celtics team with no Jaylen Brown and just Jason Tatum, still with Derek White on the team, who's one of my favorite players, Peyton Pritchard, they bring in Mitchell Robinson, Paul George as well, who's another one of my favorite players of all time. The Boston Celtics, Joe Mazzulla, so much to figure out here. And I'm really excited to see what they could do. And I genuinely think that offensively, this team is still going to be really fun to watch. Philly, easy must-watch team. Absolutely. I mean, come on. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James and Joel Embiid, LeBaron Philon coming off of the bench, Anthony Simons, KCP, Adem Bona, Dean Wade. This team so easily must watch, man. Absolutely. These Charlotte Hornets, I'm going to put them in pretty exciting still. Even though they did lose their offensive engine last season in LaMelo Ball, I think that they've got a lot to prove. And I just genuinely believe that Con Kneppel is someone who's got a lot on his plate next year because he was incredible last season. And now with no LaMelo Ball, it's going to be interesting to see what he's going to be able to do. Same with Brandon Miller as well. They bring in Naz Reid. They've still got Moussa Diabate, Kobe White, Ryan Kalkbrenner. They brought in Hans Steinbach and Christian Anderson, Grayson Allen. Charles Lee's a great coach. There's a lot on the plate of the Charlotte Hornets. Next, the Washington Wizards. I am pretty excited to watch this team. I cannot guarantee the health of Anthony Davis and Trae Young. That's the only reason that they're not in real fun. They have the #1 pick in AJ DeBarnster, who's gonna be really damn fun to watch. They've still got Keyshawn George, Bilal Coulibaly, Trey Johnson, Bub Carrington, Alex Sarr, so many great players on this Washington Wizards team. At full strength, I genuinely believe they could be a 45 to 50 win team. But again, I cannot bank on the health of Anthony Davis and Trae Young at this point in their careers. Next, the Orlando Magic. I do not like watching the Orlando Magic. I don't. Paolo Banchero is so frustrating to watch. Franz Wagner is injured all the time. Desmond Bane is not fun to watch either. So the Orlando Magic are just in yeesh for me, although they do have brand new head coach Sean Sweeney, and I love you. Shout out to you. Miami Heat, I'm going to be putting in the real fun category. I can't put them in must watch, even though they brought in Giannis Antetokounmpo. They still have Bam, Andrew Wiggins. They brought in Tim Hardaway Jr., but they just don't have any bench depth. They've got no depth, and that is the biggest reason I can't put them in real fun. Their starting five alone is must watch, but once one of them goes to the bench, or once Giannis goes to the bench, this team is just like whatever. The Atlanta Hawks, pretty exciting, I guess I'd say. They are a very interesting team because last season they started real slowly. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, most improved player. Jalen Johnson was really damn good. Down the stretch, they went on an incredible winning rampage, I should say. And with a team that took the New York Knicks to the most games in the NBA playoffs. Shout out CJ McCollum for that, by the way. They bring in Lou Dort. They bring in Aaron Wiggins, Kingston Fleming, Zuby Ejiofor, Henry Visar are their draft picks. Real interesting. Indiana Pacers. I'm putting the Indiana Pacers in real fun. Tyrese Halliburton's back. Aaron Nesmith, Andrew Nembhard, Pascal Siakam, Ivica Zubac, the greatest pick and roll player that Tyrese Halliburton has gotten to play with at this point in his career. I can't guarantee that Tyrese Halliburton is going to be the same player that he was before he tore his Achilles, but I still think that the Indiana Pacers are going to be a really damn fun team to watch next year in terms of the offensive capabilities there. So I'm not going to go over where I have every single team here. If you're curious, just pause the video, have a look there. I explained briefly why I have all of these teams where they are. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in and bearing with me while I try and sort life out. Life's stressful, life's hard, life's got a whole bunch of things going on. But I appreciate your guys' patience. Thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me know if you guys agree with my list. Let me know what you don't agree with. I'm always curious to know your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.